This video is actually being released on Christmas Day 2020. It has been a wild year. But as we think about Christmas, we talk about the meaning of the season, we talk about the point of this. As Christian parents, it's clear what we want to instill in our kids as we talk about Christmas, as we think about it. But somehow that gets lost. And we talk about this every year, the commercialism of Christmas and how it's taken over, and how somehow the meaning of Christmas gets pushed aside by the gifts. What is Christmas actually about? What should it mean to us as parents, as followers of Jesus Christ? What should it mean to our children? Let's get into it. I love the fact that we serve a God who chose to leave his throne in heaven and to be born a baby. But what's crazy about this story is he didn't just choose to be born a baby. He was born in a manger. Don't think that he didn't plan that out. Don't think that the God of the universe, didn't realize what was going to happen. This is what he chose. He chose to become one with us. And we talked about that in last week's video, which if you haven't watched, you should totally watch that. It's about empathy and how God chose not to just feel sorry for us, he chose to feel sorry with us. But ultimately, you see this throughout the entire Old Testament. We have a sacrificial system that is pointing towards the Messiah. It's painting a picture of Jesus's birth, life, and death. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is not one of those words that we often really like, because sacrificial giving, sacrificing, these are things that actually hurt us. You can't sacrifice without some pain. Oh, we can give without pain. We can give tokens. We can give small little bits here and there without feeling it ourselves. It can even mean something to the person we're giving to. I remember this last year, I was visiting Indonesia, and there was a homeless person there, and I chose to give huge. I gave him 50,000 rupiahs, and I felt like, wow, that is such a generous gift, because we were about to leave the country and I didn't know what I was going to do with the extra money anyway. So I felt like, let me give this away. And I felt so generous and so thoughtful. And then I walked from there and I got myself a cool drink because it was a hot day. And that drink cost 65,000. When it comes to giving, we're not good at actually giving sacrificially. So how in the world do we teach our kids how to do that? This is not easy. We know this because we've talked about it on this channel lots of times. If we're going to teach our kids anything, we've got to model it. We can't teach them what we're not doing. And so if we want to teach our kids to give sacrificially, then that means that we have to do it. Which that hurts. That means we actually have to give up something for ourselves in order for someone else to have something they need. We need to do it for our children. We need to give to our children sacrificially. They need to be able to see us giving of ourselves to them. That's important. But also they need to see us giving of ourselves to our neighbors, to those around us. Not just giving out of our plenty. Jesus put it this way, hey, if you give to someone who's rich, you invite them over to eat and they'll invite you back and all's good. But when you give to the poor, when you give to the needy, those who have nothing to give back, that's giving. Our kids need to see us giving to them as well. It doesn't have to just be financial, albeit good. We need to give of our time too. We need to give of our energy. We need to give of our empathy, our emotional strength. We need to share that with others. We also need to give to God. Our kids need to see us paying our tithes, paying our offerings, but also our time, our energy to support the mission of God and His kingdom. They need to see us telling other people about Jesus. They need to see us involved in church so that they understand this is what it means to be a disciple of Jesus Christ. This is our last video of 2020, and it has been an absolutely crazy year. But my challenge for you, as parents, as families, as we move forward, as we start a new year, it's time to give. We've made enough about us. Let's raise our children to give. Let's raise our kids. Let's raise this next generation to sacrifice and finish this work that we've been tasked to do. Will you join me?